they got caught. It is that simple. For years, the mainstream media called it a conspiracy theory. They laughed when we warned you that the Federal Reserve was building a digital prison for your money. They told you that the digital dollar was just about convenience and faster transactions. But today, the laughter stops. Donald Trump has just exposed the blueprint, and it is terrifying. We are not talking about a distant future anymore. We are talking about a program that is active, funded, and ready to be deployed against the American people. Welcome back to Economy Echoes. If you refuse to let the elites control how you spend your own hard-earned money, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now. By liking and sharing this video, you are helping us wake up millions of Americans before the trap snaps shut. Let's get the truth out there. Now, let's look at the evidence. President Trump has just shone a spotlight on what Jerome Powell and the technocrats in Washington have been doing in the shadows. This is what they call the central bank digital currency, or CBDC. But do not let the boring name fool you. This is the single greatest threat to your personal freedom since the founding of this republic. Trump didn't just criticize it, he exposed the timeline. While they were distracting you with political theater and foreign wars, the Fed was quietly running pilot programs with the biggest banks on Wall Street. They were testing the plumbing for a system where cash no longer exists. Why is Trump sounding the alarm now? Because he saw the executive order drafts. He saw the language hidden inside pending legislation. They want to replace the physical dollar in your wallet with a programmable token on a government server. Think about that word, programmable. That means they can dictate what you can buy, where you can buy it, and even when your money expires. Trump stated clearly that this would be a dangerous expansion of government power, a tyranny that would allow the federal government to seize your assets without you even knowing it until your card gets declined at the grocery store. The elites are panicking because the secret is out. They wanted to introduce this during a crisis, maybe the next banking collapse, offering it as a solution to save your deposits. They were going to say, don't worry, here is a Fed account with digital dollars to bail you out. But it's a Trojan horse. Once you accept it, you hand over total sovereignty over your life. Trump knows this. He understands that financial independence is the bedrock of American liberty. If they control the currency, they control the people. And right now, the infrastructure is being laid down faster than anyone realized. Let's dig deeper into the mechanics of this trap, because the details are chilling. What Trump exposed is not just a new form of currency. It is a total surveillance apparatus disguised as financial innovation. The Federal Reserve and their partners in the banking cartel want you to believe that a CBDC is just like using a credit card or Venmo. That is a lie. When you use a credit card today, there is a private bank in the middle. There is a layer of separation between you and the government. With a central bank digital currency, that layer is gone. You would have a direct account with the Fed. They would see every single coffee you buy, every donation you make, every round of ammunition you purchase, and every mile you drive. But surveillance is just step one. Step two is control. Trump warned us about the debanking of political opponents. We saw it happen in Canada with the truckers. We have seen it happen here to conservative businesses. Now, imagine if that power was automated. This digital dollar is programmable code. That means the issuer, the Federal Reserve, can rewrite the rules of your money in real time. Imagine going to the gas station, inserting your digital wallet, and getting rejected because you have already exceeded your government-mandated carbon footprint for the month. Imagine trying to buy steak for your family, only to be told that your health score allows only for plant-based alternatives. This is not science fiction. This technology exists right now, and they are desperate to implement it. The most dangerous aspect that Trump highlighted is the concept of negative interest rates and expiration dates. This is the ultimate weapon against your savings. Right now, if you don't like what the banks are doing, you can pull your cash out and put it under a mattress or buy gold. You have an exit ramp. In a fully digital CBDC system, there is no exit. If the economy slows down and the Fed wants you to spend, they can simply program your digital dollars to expire if not used within 30 days. Think about what that does to your ability to save for retirement. Think about what that does to your 401k. They can tax your savings directly, taking a percentage every month just for holding money. It is the end of financial sovereignty. They know that the American people will never vote for this. If they put digital prison currency on the ballot, it would lose in all 50 states. That is why they are doing it in secret. That is why they are using Project Cedar and the New York Innovation Center to test these tokens with major banks without congressional approval. Trump's exposure of this plan puts a wrench in their gears. He is shining a light on the cockroaches in the dark corners of the financial system. He understands that once cash is banned, and make no mistake, banning cash is the end game. You become a serf in a digital plantation. You only own what they allow you to own. You can only transact when they give you permission. And look at the timing. Why push this now? Because the current fiat system is cracking. The debt is spiraling out of control. Inflation is sticky. The petrodollar is dying. They need a new system to reset the debt, and they want to lock you into a digital corral before the collapse happens. They want to make sure that when the dollar crashes, you have nowhere to run. But there is a way out, and there are steps you must take before this digital iron curtain falls. So what is the countermove? How do we fight back against a system that wants to own us? The answer lies in one concept: exiting the digital matrix. You cannot fight a digital tyranny with digital weapons. You need physical sovereignty. Trump knows this, and that is why his exposure of the CBDC plan is a signal to every patriot to diversify out of the dollar immediately. The Federal Reserve hates gold. They hate silver. Why? Because they cannot print it. They cannot program it. They cannot turn it off with a switch. If you hold physical gold or silver, you hold the only form of money that has no counterparty risk. It is the ultimate shield against their programmable control. When the digital dollar comes and they will try to force it, those holding real assets will be the ones who can still transact freely. Think of gold not just as an investment, but as insurance against enslavement. If your CBDC wallet gets frozen because you supported the wrong political candidate, a gold coin still buys food. It still buys fuel. It represents freedom. We are seeing a massive migration of wealth right now. Smart money is leaving the big banks. They are moving into tangible assets, land, and precious metals. They are preparing for the moment when the on-ramp to the CBDC becomes mandatory. You need to do the same. Look at your 401k. Look at your savings. If it is all sitting in paper dollars or digital digits inside a too-big-to-fail bank, it is vulnerable. Furthermore, use cash. Use it for everything you can. Every time you use cash, you are voting against the CBDC. You are keeping a transaction private. You are starving the data beast. The elites want to eliminate cash because it is the last frontier of privacy. By keeping cash in circulation, we make it harder for them to justify the switch. Support local businesses that take cash. Withdraw money from the mega banks that are partnering with the Fed on these pilot programs and move it to community banks or credit unions that respect your privacy. This is a war of attrition, and your wallet is your weapon. We must also demand legislative action. Trump has promised to block the creation of a CBDC if he returns to power. We need to support that stance and demand it from every representative in Congress. We need states to pass laws recognizing gold and silver as legal tender, creating a parallel economy that the Fed cannot touch. Texas, Florida, and other states are already moving in this direction. This is 1,776 all over again, but the battlefield isn't Bunker Hill, it is the banking system. Do not let them scare you into submission. They will try to crash the market to make you beg for their digital solution. They will tell you it is for your safety. Do not believe it. The plan is exposed. The lights are on, and like cockroaches, they are scrambling. But we have the advantage now. We know the playbook, we know the timeline. Protect your wealth. Get out of debt. Stockpile real assets. And stand firm. This is Economy Echoes, signing off. Stay vigilant, stay free, and remember, the only thing they fear is a population that cannot be controlled. We will see you in the next report.